Yep. Okay. So, today's going to be something different than cons drafting, as the title might let you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a. Oh, it's under special sealed.
Special sealed.
Hmm.
Ah, spooky.
Spooky sealed. We have spooky sealed right here. So, spooky sealed. Let me pull up the little. Uh, Actually, let's just go in. This costs phantom points. That's kind of why I was interested.
That's sad. I have 14 phantom points.
Mm,
I'm never going to be able to use them. It's like
no,
you
probably not.
just can't.
Unless you went into another phantom event and then won and got more phantom points. So I'm gonna click on this prize structure
Right,
button.
so my other two phantom points effectively cost $10.
So it's full Odyssey block, two Innistrad, one Dark Ascension. That's the setup that's going on here.
The graveyard is spooky, right? I don't remember anything actually spooky about Odyssey Block.
Neither
Like,
do I. Maybe they just wanted something to go well with. Oh, right, sealed. Haha.
yeah, so we've made our
All right,
picks.
we picked Carmel's Sledge. We picked Olivia Voldaren. Let's
Hey,
sort this. Let's sort this by what is? Oh, this is mana cost. Okay.
check our cool rares.
Sort by color. Let's make things big, and then we'll kind of go by color. So, Syphilis Cathar.
Is that a real card?
Yeah. Funnily enough, so this is a card from Judgment, and we have like Innistrad somewhere around here. Do I have it? I do not. There's a card called what was it? Just
Like
uh,
Rebuff the Wicked?
no. It's flashback blue and one tap two creatures. It's the same card, except for it's
Right. Oh.
fleeting distract. No, not fleeting distraction.
No. It's some kind of fear thing. Like the white one that with the
Feeling
guy
of
who's like
Kavanaugh, feeling of dread.
feeling of dread.
Patrol hound. Okay, Thalia, one of our rares.
Huh.
I don't much like our white. The monk. Snitch. This is what passed for a creature.
Target creature loses protection from black until end of turn. Ha ha!
Compulsion. Compulsion's really strong.
Compulsion depicts an extremely bored lady.
It's true.
I had to make this mask of boredom to express just how bored I am with this stupid experiment.
Hmm. Lost in Thought, which is a blue pacifism. Yeah.
Welp.
Whelp. Right of refusal.
Oh, the red rights were good. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, think twice. A worm fang.
Right, there's some kind of joke that blue is not allowed to have a 2 mana 2/2.
Yeah, I feel like the whelp here is a 2 mana 2/2 with a drawback. The worm fang newt is a 2 mana 2/2 with a drawback. Like the chant. Skiff Sang.
Okay. It's actual removal, more or less.
Secrets of the Dead. Ooh. Selhoff Occultist. Stormbound Geist. Return target land to its owner's hand. Grasp of Phantom.
Grasp of Phantoms is legit.
I'm kind of liking our blue looks all right. There were some decent. There's nothing huge, but there's some like flyers, undying. Putrid Imp.
Yeah, the Dredge Enabler guy. Good old
Mm-hmm.
Manor Skeleton.
Manor Skeleton. Spiteful Shadows. Ah, he was attacked by some sort of stand. I see.
Good old Walking Corpse.
Yep. Two Victim of
Hey.
Night. And we're in a world where...
Aw, that suddenly sounds really good.
Yeah, we're in a world where that could be useful. Unhinge. Huh. Crippling Fatigue. That's decent removal, too. Rancid Earth. Oh, Curse of Oblivion.
Barf.
Oddly enough, is actually more relevant in this format than it is with uh, just Innistrad because of Threshold.
Hmm.
This card could possibly have an effect.
Undo their threshold.
This really, really excited man looking into an orb. Like,
That actually isn't nothing. That could kill a thing. How about that?
right, and on Threshold it's -4 toughness. But man, he's really happy to be looking at this really bored guy in an orb.
It's boring in here.
Hmm.
Oh.
Something tells me that's not gonna. Well,
Like the Walking Corpse and Zombie Assassin. Well, he's a decent man.
yeah, and he has tap. I guess exile himself. That's removal.
Yeah, I mean, he just sort of sticks around until you can get a free removal spell off.
Dwarven Grunt.
What does a Dwarven Grunt sound like?
Mm. Nah, it's not. It's not enough.
Mm.
How about the enslaved dwarf?
Target black creature.
So I guess for
Yeah,
those not
well.
in the know on Onslaught, Onslaught was a graveyard-based set. The entire block was very heavy graveyard-based. But the second set, Torment, its gimmick, as it were, is that black is really good. That's like the gimmick. So there were a lot of cards that cared about black. This enslaved dwarf, this cephalid snitch. And then in the final set, green and white got really good. And that was the gimmick. Oh, Overmaster was one of our rares. Huh. I feel cheated. Flash of Defiance. Yeah, part of the like green and white creatures kind of don't work as good there. Flaying Brimstone Volley. All right.
Hmm.
Sort of. Okay, that is Falter. Feral Ridgewolf.
Decent. Pitchstone Wall. Oh my god.
Read this guy.
It's so awful to see like janky old cards next to modern
I
decent
know.
cards.
Is that what's so spooky here? Okay.
Aha! For all the vampires you control. Although honestly, putting him in just for Olivia Voldaren might be okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
Spell.
he's also a gray ogre.
Right. That gets bigger on his own.
Oh, that's true. He cares about himself.
Mm-hmm.
But he's next to a human nightmare barbarian.
Human Nightmare Barbarian. Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, everybody. Oh, the Scourge of Gyre Reach.
Man. Okay, you want a great red creature? This next one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Soul Gorger Ord.
Hey, how do you like go to one? Also into the Maw of Hell and Karmal's Sledge, which is like expensive as hell removal. It's not as good as there's another Karmal card. Anyway, Canopy Claws, Oh boy.
Dwell on the past.
Okay.
That lady sure is dwelling on the past.
So that she is. Ranger's Guile. Howling Gale. Alright, so two of my cards hate on flyers so far. That's a good start. Also, two of my green cards shuffle cards into libraries from graveyards. That's.
Mhm.
These were in the
That
same block.
that looks worse than that Dark Ascension card. It's like blue flashback green.
Yeah, it is. Basically is. um,
Hmm.
okay, that's another rare with no effect.
A phantom event.
Uh huh. Can I use
Or
this to, like, grab a creature from my. No. Okay. Spidery Grasp, Travel Preparations.
yeah.
My rares are looking really good.
Hey, land cards in all graveyards.
Oh, okay. I
So this will fight the self mill man, which is going to be every man.
Sudden Strength, Elephant Ambush. Look at that hiding elephant. He's hiding behind the tree the whole time.
We're on a 3/3 flash is decent. I
Yeah.
accept.
Yep. Well, especially when it's attached to. You get a second one for free later.
Hmm.
Lumber Knot. Two.
Hey, I like Lumberknot. He's going to be freaking unbeatable.
Oddly enough, I didn't. Okay, so this is gonna seem strange, but Lumberknot really never did much for or against me. But LG Gariel, which is a 4-mana 1/1 from Shards with Shroud and the exact same text, was like a gigantic beast, even though it was like worse in every way.
Hmm.
This
I
card's
forgot
actually
that
pretty
Algae Gariel existed.
Yes, Algae Gariel. Somberwalled Spider.
The foil battlefield scrounger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that they included foil cards in this Phantom event.
That's a 6-mana 3/3. Because it's in Torment, you see, so green cards were bad.
Huh. They're being tormented.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, giant warthog is functional.
Is this? Does that have, like, laser eyes?
That's how he tramples.
Mmm.
Most
Beams.
most things trample by being huge. He does it with the beams.
Okay, Crashing Centaur. That's alright. Alright, and then we have Olivia and Executioner's Hood. So, let me change the sorting. I didn't really get much there. We have a number of rares that don't do anything, aka most of them. And the question is, what colors do we actually care to play?
I'm gonna try to push for red-black just because Olivia Voldaren is unreasonable.
I don't think you get to lose games of Magic where that card you untap with it.
It's like, or even, oh, it's late in the game. Play it. Shoot a bunch of shit. Deal with me. You know,
Let's do that then. Let's force Olivia to work. So we're gonna.
like we had two victims of night and a brimstone volley, and like all creatures are terrible. Just
All-
keep that in mind.
All creatures are terrible. A lot of our creatures are gonna be awful. So, Olivia, Victim of Night, Brimstone Volley, and then let's kind of move down. Putrid Imp is not. Manor Skeleton.
Like Manor Skeleton might actually make the cut.
Yeah. Walking Corpse, I think, makes the cut.
Oh, he definitely makes a cut.
Unhinge.
Hey, it makes the deck smaller.
Uh,
Get us to Olivia faster.
okay, that's a Gray Ogre.
Ray Ogre taking it.
Oh,
And hey, a lot of things have been like retroactively made humans. So that human nightmare barbarian guy.
yeah. Um, I was gonna say there was a lot of green there, Kavanaugh, but one, none of that was fixing. Two, most of it was bad.
Two cards that shuffled from graveyard into library.
Can I play that?
I think we can play Enslaved Dwarf.
Fling. I don't have guys. Like
Feral Ridgewolf is a guy.
Yeah. Into the Maw of Hell. Scourge. This works if I am empty-handed.
That's technically a guy.
Yeah. Feral Ridgewolf. Manor Skeleton.
Huh.
I've run out of cards at 19.
Okay. Hmm. Well, we could try building the green blue deck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out the playable green things, not the Centaur Veteran. Battlefield Scrounger. That might be okay. Oh, God, it's a 5-mana 3/3, and then it's Threshold to activate them. No. Okay, so we got some expensive creatures. Scorned Villager, Spidery Grasp, Kessig Recluse. Everything in green that's powerful costs like 4+.
Hmm.
I always think these things are gonna be super exciting, and then I actually open the sealed pools and.
Right, then we end up with something like this.
Mm-hmm. My experience in cons tells me not even to attempt 3-color if I have 0 fixing. No fixing. I can Living Wish for a land I own from outside of the game. How does that function?
I don't
I
know.
don't.
Like that's supposed to mean sideboard, but
Yeah. So
the sealed event, you're like the rest of your pool's your sideboards. That should work.
yeah, but I mean basic lands. Do I have to put extra basics on my board immediately then? Because this could be the worst piece of fixing. This is really bad. Fling. Putrid Imp. I guess Overmaster Cycles.
What does Kamal's Sledge actually do?
7-mana sorcery. Deal 4 damage to target creature. If you have Threshold, 4 to that creature's controller as well.
Good lord.
7.
7 mana for that.
I would rather play Ember Shot, which I don't have, but it's 7 mana, deal 3, draw a card at instant. Makes that look like. Dwarven Grunt. What do you do, Dwarven Grunt? You are a 1/1 with Mountain Walk.
It's a mountain goat.
That'll kill me every time, right?
Hmm.
Like 100% of the time, I'm going to play that and die.
Unless we fling it.
What if we fling the Scourge? What if... I need a 23rd card, and I hate every single one of the ones I have left.
Like,
Overmaster, because it cycles?
they'll never see it coming. We don't. Do we even have like a raised dead?
No.
Uh huh.
No. Um, Rancid Earth isn't in here because I wasn't a fan of just flat Stone Rain, and that threshold is not terribly likely. Pitchstone Wall. This is all on the back of Olivia, right? Like that's it. I think that's fine.
Well, not only Olivia, but also like double victim of night, brimstone volley.
Right, the removal that
Like,
comes with it. I do have the Executioner's Hood.
yeah, that might work with rakish air.
Or Scourge, just to get in.
Yeah,
It's certainly,
Scourge of Gaia Reach.
certainly better than Overmaster. No, it's hidden over here now. Yes. Yeah. Let's... Alright, so we have a limited deck that has 3 1-mana 1/1s in it.
Ugh.
So that's good. Alright, yeah. So let's go ahead and get color and...
Oh man, this is also a sealed event,
Mm-hmm.
so we can't even like scrub out and try again on a more fun thing.
That was what I was just sitting here thinking, was how deep into this tank do I go?
Offer a draw to every opponent every round. Like,
Putrid Imp is flying on discard a card. But, I'm gonna give black the edge on lands. So that Victim of Night can be cast. This is something. I'm going to assume that every single other player in this event has just as interesting a sealed pool as I do right now.
okay, so here's how we win.
Uh-huh.
Game 1 is this. Game 2, we hard lateral into a green-blue deck.
Let's see what that looks like. Let's craft that up here. So I want all of my green, including the Living Wish and the Terror, and all you guys out of here. And then all of my blue. Or even like blue-black. Compulsion, Lost in Thought, Phantom Whelp, Think Twice, Chant. Sure, that's a Grey Ogre. I don't think that's happening. Flyer, Grasp of Phantoms. Sure. I can't get over to looking at this card.
How about a 2-mana 1/1?
Okay, Spidery Grasp, Elven Ambush, Recluse, Mystics, Somber Old Spider, Giant Warthog, Crashing Centaur, Ranger's Guile. That's 21.
Oh, Lumberdot wouldn't be the worst. And if you put Living Wish in for the reason that we mentioned, hey, it can go grab the Terravore.
What if... Okay, like, here's the idea. Game 2, we sideboard into this here, this, like, green-blue pile of cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I include one swamp and one mountain. Actually, no. Oh, God, Olivia's 2 mana intensive to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, okay, I could Living Wish for Olivia. And just like, they're just like, wait, hold on, what? But that doesn't really do anything because
Yeah, one does not splash for Olivia Voldaren.
That's the reason we're in red-black majorly. Does anything have pro-black in that format? I want to say like 2 cards. Like at most. There's a fake Paladin on Vec, and then there's like a green-white creature that might. No, does Phantom Nushoba have? No, Phantom Centaur has pro-black.
Mm.
Yo, we're gonna get crushed by like a phantom creature.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Centaur. That one's good. So anyway, this is it. This is the okay. This is the deck. This is the secondary deck.
Okay, so they were Torment, Judgment, Odyssey.
Yes, Torment, Judgment,
okay.
Odyssey. I guess there's also Innistrad and Dark Ascension in there as well.
Yep. Okay, so booting them up.
All right.
That can't be right. Hold up. I refuse to believe there are no results for that. So. I might have spelled something incorrectly. Huh? Oh, nope. I am a fool. I did that wrong. Here, let me switch that from and to or. There's not a card printed in every last one of those sets that has that text. That's good. I mean, at the very least, I should come up with the slave dwarf.
Right.
Okay. Anurid Scavenger has
Okay.
protection from black. Or not the slave dwarf, the cephalid snatch. Let's see. Mystic Crusader.
I think Mystic Crusader is the not Paladin on Vec that I'm thinking of. Does that have pro-red as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mystic Enforcer, who's the real freaking card.
Oh, jeez, the threshold 3/3 that's like a 6/6 flyer. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mystic Familiar gains protection from black with Threshold. Nantuko Blight Cutter, who is a gray ogre who gets +1/+1 for each black permanent your opponents control as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard. As per black. Phantom Centaur, like you mentioned. Pilgrim of Virtue. Strength of Isolation will give a creature protection from black. And Tarot's Vanguard.
So I've kept I've kept an extremely sketch hand. Like 7,000 times sketch.
Huh. Two mountains, victim of night, huh? Two live cards in the whole thing.
We got this.
Let's do it. Let's destroy them with a rakish
That
air.
was what I thought. We will draw a land, and then it won't matter. And preferably it'll be a swamp. But, you know. But yeah, I was sitting there setting up my sideboard to be an entirely different deck. So that I could
Mmm.
make the switch really quickly. Like, highlight everything out, highlight everything in.
It's fine.
Okay. Rakish air.
So we want
Swamp.
like swamp, anything.
Alright, we're gonna drop the Manor Skeleton.
Yeah. Beatdown begins.
20 turns to die. Yeah, second swamp.
Oh my goodness.
The beatdown continues.
You know, victim of night on time, whatevs.
Yeah, I get to play Rakish Air here and then Victiminize anything in the way. That's cool.
So you kept this hand because it had all Innistrad cards in it.
I figured they were good.
Like-
Oh no, is my opponent countering this? Syncopate for one! Oh no!
Now we're wrecked.
That's too real. So this is, by the way, that's 3. Whatever, buddy.
Werebear.
Werebear, I can kill. Okay, I can. Good. So yeah, this is Syncopate's art before Return to Rav.
Ah. See, that's mysterious because it's only countering, like, the spell only counters one thing.
But there's...
Looks like there's a ton of stuff in there.
Alright, Manor Skeleton gets in for free. Our opponent is back to Bear Tribal. Exercises his right to bear arms.
It's even thematic, you know, like werewolves, werebear.
Mm-hmm. I like getting the Scourge down and probably into the Maw to kill off his planes. This card used to see pretty decent amount of legacy play.
Yep.
And
I mean, Threshold was like guaranteed right away. There's also a dragon I remember, like a 4-mana dragon thing that became Shivan Dragon.
yeah, Fledgling Dragon was the name.
Fledgling Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a 4-mana 3/3, I think, with no text outside of its threshold. It might have had flying outside of it, but then it got +2 plus up to a Shivan Dragon on threshold.
Yeah.
All right, this is what we're doing. We got the Scourge, and also my hand is like removal until the end of days, so I'm feeling it.
I mean, sadly, the Scourge is going to be a 3/3 for most of that, but anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. I accept.
Crippling Blight? Is that what it... Crippling Plague. That's like 2 removal spells.
Crippling Fatigue.
Fatigue.
You give this strange-looking elephant a very spiky
No.
outline, like you're
But
cutting.
why would we cast it on our own Scourge of Gaia Reach? That doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know. Uh-huh.
That's fine, basically.
Excuse me while I fall for your extremely obvious trick. +3/+3, draw a card in sudden giant growth. I actually forget the name of the card, even though I had it on my sideboard. Okay.
Do you want to enter the Ma's planes?
Absolutely. Also his werebear.
Seems like such a waste.
Crush! Get out. It's a 2-for-1. I killed a 1/1 and a plains.
You also killed his hope. How much of a one does that count as?
That can just win the game outright. So I think that's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have gone for crippling fatigue, but I think my opponent was holding a pump spell. Oh my god, he couldn't play this because he had no creatures in grave.
Fascinating.
I'm going to remove it.
Sounds good to me.
Manor Skeleton continue to do work.
Manor Skeleton is a chiseler. I didn't appreciate how great he was. Yeah. Ooh, how about the combo of Into the Ball of Hell with Spiteful Shadows?
You're right. That's on my board.
Like, wait, take 13.
Hey, how about you? That is some sort of enemy stand attack right there.
You will follow your creature into hell.
I kind of want to play that stupid combo now.
I mean, if we're gonna deal 13 damage to 1/1s, may as well get something out of it.
True, but rather than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we can get the other 7 damage in with Manor Skeleton.
Okay, Avacyn's Pilgrim. Go ahead and play a zombie, and I have a backup removal spell. Plus another removal. I think I can hit my opponent for 5.
Suddenly, we look like a functional deck.
I don't know how that happened.
What does Splinter Fright actually do? Is that the one that mills you?
It is the one that mills you.
2 card. Okay.
It's the Boneyard Worm.
Ska Bruinator. A zombie.
I can't victimite that.
He's
Huh!
it's unvictimable.
The cellar door! Okay. So I've got bad news for my opponent. Yeah, I'm still attacking. Because he must block Scourge. I guess I could have Crippling Fatigue before that, but...
Does it make that big a difference before or after?
Would have kept my Guile. Actually, no, it wouldn't. You're right, it would not, because the moment I kill Scab Ruinator, my creature would die. So no, it would make no difference before or after.
This is kind of a trick on board. Ha-ha!
Let's unhinge.
I certainly feel unhinged. Defy gravity.
Magical or not, it's still a cloud.
Wait, the flavor text makes fun of the card?
Yes.
Is that real? It's like the flavor text just says, "Boy, this card is shitty."
This card's kind of dumb. I'm.
Jet cloud.
Alright, so he needs the cellar door to get a creature. Because he needs a blocker.
That could start getting hairy for us, actually.
I do have a couple. Alright, so cellar door activation targeting himself because he wants to get creatures in his grave for Scob Ruminator. It does hit Stormbound Geist. And is a zombie, so I can't get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
I can trade off my walking corpse. I'm putting my opponent at 1.
And Manor Skeleton takes the game.
Manor Skeleton coming for you.
So we kind of need him to whiff with Cellar Door.
Uh-huh. Oh. Oh! Oh, no!
Oh, no! Hysterical blindness. You lose our guy for nothing. Well, I mean,
For a
our
card.
removal spell, basically.
Okay. So now it's at the point where I just want to drop Brimstone Volley and leave this game. That would be nice. Okay. I accept because this is a 4/4. Oh.
That's greedy. Come on.
Ooh.
Our opponent probably has white for travel preparations, come to think.
That might be it. Unless he has some other, like, flashback.
Yeah, I mean, it could be some huge white-green creature. Mystic Nishuba or whatever.
Oh, yeah, Phantom Nishoba or, the Mystic Enforcer that you said earlier.
Mystic Enforcer. Jeez.
So this is my way out of the game. I'm just gonna, trample over you.
So, one card. What you got?
Because, I mean, this is gonna attack for 9. Alright, he needs to mill a creature to get Scab Ruinator online again. Yo! What is the fun of being a wizard if you can't mess with people's heads?
Okay.
It's the dwarf from it's our dwarf. It's our 1-mana 1/1 dwarf.
Something's gonna go after him. No. And then...
Our dwarf might defy gravity or something.
What is your card?
That card's actually pretty decently powerful for, like...
Huh. Proper Boneyard Worm.
Mm-hmm. That's not
And our
gonna...
opponent has no cards in hand.
But he can defy gravity.
Hmm. Oh, no. Bam!
BAM!
The skeleton gets you. He leaps off the cliff to get you.
I couldn't not have the skeleton do that. What would the fun have been if I had... Alright. So... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take out Dwarven Grunt. And I'm going to put in a Curse of Oblivion.
Hmm. No love for the spiteful shadows play.
Uh,
It's really only that one
yeah, it's
interaction.
only that, like, if there were, maybe if there was a second in this deck, like, if there was a second, like, if I had a Blasphemous Act,
Mmm.
that would give me a second reason. So, but no, I'm gonna bring in the Curse of Oblivion because our opponent was very clearly like heavily graveyard based.
Once again, the rakish air and no means to cast him. Hmm.
I believe. My belief is rewarded.
What does Pitchstone Wall do?
That is a 2/5 with Defender.
Whenever you discard a card, you may sacrifice Pitchstone Wall. Uh-huh.
Curve.
Whoa, what does his guy do? That looks weird. Oh, he's Felwar Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Or
I'm
the
sorry, not Felwar.
Sun Compass. Is that one? The like the compass that does
Yeah, that was the super jank one that only adds like basic land mana. Whoa, that's a card.
Okay. I'm just getting rid of that right away.
Yeah, Voice of the Spirit was crazy good.
Mm-hmm. He could have like Ranger's Guile up, but that's a like 0.5 for one. Because I still have the other half of Crippling Fatigue left. He has turned that around. All right. Now that's looking really strong.
Got us with the divert.
Yep.
That's kind of nuts.
That was a bit strong. Like Divert is actually, like I said earlier, Divert is actually kind of decent in Limited just for that sort of purpose. Um
What was his other counterspell? Syncopate. Okay, we're
Syncopate.
not. Yeah, we're not getting past that.
Yeah. Um Sitting here thinking on what I want to do. Rakish Air. I want to get Rakish Air down. I also want his flyer off the table. I think the creature is a little more important right now. Also, is more important, but less valuable if my opponent actually has Syncopate right now. I'd much rather this get countered than Crippling Fatigue. Okay.
Hmm.
Opponent's got a lot of counter spells. Werebear, okay. Well, I need your grave visible. This is important. Okay, so I'm going to 16, and then I'm going to 13 on flashback. Hopefully I draw a land so I can play Pitchstone Wall as well on the turn. That would be nice. Two cards left in my opponent's hand.
Ew. Or we could give him the desire.
That kills him just as much.
He uses all your mana. That's really the only upshot I can see.
Right. It leaves me with this as a threat later for cheaper. I think that's okay.
Yo, immolation was 1 red mana.
Let's get huge. He just like slams down some instant speed aura on it.
There's the Ranger's
Hey, he
Guile.
did have
That's-
Ranger's Guile.
That's pretty incredible.
My opponent is all about one singular creature killing me, and I can't do anything about it. What?
Lost in the woods
Accepted.
in your 3-color deck.
And done. Got it. I accept this. Alright, how many times am I going to have to kill this voiceless spirit?
He's a ghost. You can't interact with that. You need special weapons.
I've got one right here.
Okay, good.
Christ.
Then we
Alright.
stop the bleeding with our wall of rocks,
Yeah, we just put up this, like,
like a rubble pile,
Yep.
trash heap.
yep. This pile of junk. Alright, cellar door. He can activate it if he wants. Zombie assassin comes down next turn. He is activating it. He probably wants more creatures in his yard. Like, I guess I'm also gonna note, that's a splash. I didn't even think about that.
That's the white card that we've seen from him.
Yes.
Well, given how our limited deck building went, I'm not all that surprised.
I do like getting zombie assassin down though, because this gives me an onboard removal spell next turn. Okay, one card left in hand.
He's building up the threshold. That werebear is going to be quite something.
Mm-hmm. It's almost there, and he can make it jump, I guess, if it's important to him. This guy has no idea what's going on.
I never saw the guy at the steampunk goggles in the corner there.
I know, what is he even doing? Clearly not a care in the world. Alright, Putrid Imp. And at the end of the turn, I am going to Skeletal Scry for 3. Actually discarding the Spellgorger Barbarian, because who gives a crap about that card? Like, it's just so not useful. Hey, a zombie. Okay, he's up to 2 guys in the grave. Werebear is active, but still blocked, so not feeling that bad. I can...
We can Skeletal Scry for 3 if you discard a card to the Putrid Imp.
Mm-hmm. Because
Ta-da!
I would much rather cycle this card for 1 life than cast it. It's of no use against this sort of board.
Man, all kinds of cards that I never considered as useful. Cellar Door.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'll pass on that, thanks.
But you could keep it if you sacrifice your pitch stone. Wow. If you pitch it. I think I finally understand this card. Yep, and as usual, we delve. What do we get?
Mmm, treasure cruise. Mmm.
We took our treasure cruise through the mountain.
Um, so I can enter the maw here, which doesn't sound bad.
It's for the werebear.
Yeah, just for the werebear.
Do you think we should put him off white? Like, haven't we seen his white card?
There might be another.
Let's presume that there is. I do not believe that he would put a planes in his deck just for Voiceless Spirit.
Yeah. So he has 3 creatures engraved for his thing now, the
Scab Ruinator.
Scab Ruinator, but I have an onboard kill spell for it. And he's gonna need like more than just Scab Ruinator.
Man, we need a clock.
That's the main problem here. Galvantic Juggernaut. Might demand my kill spell. Might just demand my Brimstone Volley.
Might demand your taking 5. Taking 5 doesn't look good.
At 7, I don't like that. I think it's gonna be like blocked with Putrid Imp because I can still. It doesn't have Threshold. And then Brimstone volleying it. I'd like to save the Zombie Assassin ability if able.
Mm.
The Cellar Door is a bit of an issue because it's an inevitability for him, sort of.
You know what? The zombie looks weird.
Does he have like a pump spell or something? I don't know. I'm happy to just get the kill on it.
Yeah, no kidding. What is the last card in hand? Who knows?
Cellar Door active. Milling Island.
Hey.
Will I be lost in the woods?
What the hell? Oh,
I
jeez.
think it's flying too. Then put the revealed card at the bottom of your library.
Oh.
So he's not drawing that. But that
So it doesn't give us information.
But it
Ugh.
gives him Cellar Door.
Hmm.
Whoa.
That's kind of tetchy. I think that's fine though. Now that we have this boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has the liberty to take that guy a couple times.
Right. And I kind of needed to... I needed to start, at least, with this. The Lost in the Woods is the silliest card he controls right now. Boneyard Worm is a 4/4, but that is beat by Scourge, so not the biggest issue. It'll become a 5/5 when he mills a creature here. But mine becomes a 6/6 when he mills a creature here, so again. Lost in the Woods plus 39 Forest is a deck I really wanted to try in Limited. Never worked out. Alright, deck, I could use any card that isn't a land, to be entirely honest with you. But that's... You already knew that. That's every game of Magic. Yeah, so every time the cellar door mills a creature for Boneyard Worm, it's going to also pump the Scourge.
That is pretty dang janky.
Yes, it is.
The worst part is we can't even, like... A block is still a trade because the Boneyard Worm then dies. We have one... our toughness shrinks by 1.
Yep. Okay, Festerhide Boar is gone.
Yo, that is a real freaking creature.
Yeah. I kind of hope he just decides to hold off on, like, the stall tactics. Because if he just sits back and waits, like, that's fine with me. I'm in... Defy Gravity.
Huh.
Yeah.
He's got Ranger's Guile for this too, right? No.
No.
Okay.
That would be really good.
Yeah!
Do I attack with the Scourge?
Very happy to see Manor Skeleton. I say attack with Scourge.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we could wipe his board and lose our creature for it.
Forest. Oh, that went straight to my main phase too. Whoops. Oh well. This Banner Skeleton has haste. That won't be too bad.
Well, the bad part is we don't get to block with him.
I know. I don't think my opponent's going to attack, though. I disagree. My opponent is definitely going to attack now. I'm going to take 5 for that mistake.
The mistake being Magic the Gathering Online being kind of weird.
You got it.
Yeah. I can't believe that the inevitability of Lost in the Woods cellar door is getting me.
I know. It's incredible.
Spooky!
You know this is going to mill a forest, right?
I can predict the future. Holy shit.
He already flashbacked the cloud.
Welcome to the setup. Wha-bam!
Island.
Did not get lost in the woods. So now Island is on the bottom?
Yes. Which means his cellar door again will fail.
Unless he mills you.
Ooh.
Or I guess that's not milling exactly.
Fake milling?
I mean, does he try it? That's got to be the worst idea.
Like, the attack doesn't get him anything because Manor Skeleton walks in the way. So you just leave his guy back to block.
Hello, welcome to the manor. I have these keys.
I'm at 2, so...
That's the uncomfortable part of all this, but hey, if he does make a zombie, we have him dead in 2 hits.
I'm just gonna keep attacking with this.
Well, anytime you want to show up, Olivia.
Anytime any card wants to show up, to be honest. Splinter Fright has entered the revealed cards zone. Okay.
Okay, so now he has a guaranteed zombie if he wants it.
Yep. Importantly, he has an instant speed guaranteed zombie. He can hit me for 1 damage. Yeah, true. He just keeps throwing all these trees into his basement. Of course he's gonna have problems. Alright, so he's... Oh, he didn't... Sure, okay.
Phew, that feels like dodging a bullet.
Yeah, because he could have had a free 2/2 there. He gets it right now. So there's the 2/2. That could have had haste. And he could have 3 mana open. God, this is so touch and go right now.
We need him to have another creature.
I can attack for 6.
Can we live? I mean, I guess we can
Yes.
still victim the druid.
Yeah. Planes.
Whoa, a larger splash than we thought.
We are learning so much about our opponent's deck right now. What is this? Seriously, what's going on?
He's trying to activate the cellar door, but it's stuck.
Yeah, the door is like kind of barred shut by this planes. Okay, go to 1. Go to 1, and now he might save himself with Lost in the Woods? Like, every attack of mine might not be lethal. Like, I can't depend on that, and that's in kind of... madness?
All right, the slap fight. Here it is.
This
Man,
is
where's
so
that mage?
dicey.
Where's that mage hero power?
Yeah, right? Can I have that? Ugh. Okay, here's the attack.
Yeah, well, our blocks are pretty obvious.
Yep. Get the kill. Get the block. Go to 1.
So with the way Lost in the Woods works, is it actually to our disadvantage to attack with multiple creatures?
It triggers separately.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take 1 point of damage.
Fair.
I am under the assumption that any card he has that would deal 1 damage would deal it to both players. Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
What's the attack? I think it's just Scourge.
Well, I mean, Cellar Door can just sort of make a guy.
Right, that's why I
And
don't like
so
Manor.
his Lost in the Woods actually gets him like two chances to remove your guy from combat, sort of.
But he can't block Scourge, so
Right.
I'm
So
going to attack with just Scourge.
here we go. Down the hatch.
Island! Alright, so this is a lethal attack.
3 cards in hand. Let's see him.
Turn target creature you own to your hand. I accept.
Splashing White for Saving Grasp.
Because that gets a creature off the board. Holy shit! Oh my god! I want everybody to know how heroic my opponent is right now.
That's it's unbelievable. I love it.
Like, that is high level play. Cellar Door mills an island. He should be targeting me if he's actually looking for a creature off that.
Hmm. Hell, he might be looking for time.
Where's my well played emote? Yeah, I just want to be able to go. I want the well played emote. Sadly,
I guess Obnixilis would say that. Yeah, and he has a planes anyway. Look at this character.
yeah. So sadly, he's at a minute 20 left, and he's down a game.
Wait, 9 cards. Shouldn't we know his entire deck by now?
Effectively,
Lost in the Woods. So when did he draw the blue creature? Actually, no. He's been pretty consistently milling himself.
right. You're right. That's what we're looking for, is that blue creature, and then I just have to victim him like twice in a row when he tries to discard cards to it.
At this rate, not going to have any cards to discard. Any creature! Hooray!
All right, let's attack. Giant Warthog.
Giant Warthog's pretty legit.
Okay, he can flashback his saving grasp.
Milieu! Oh no, right. A giant Warthog, duh. We guaranteed.
Yep.
I mean, he also dies from this, so... Okay. Holy shit.
That was, look, our opponent might there might be a couple like odd choices, but in this sealed, I'm not going to even call them questionable. Like, he definitely knows what's up. Our opponent managed to avoid death.
I'm pretty impressed with the saving grasp my guy.
Uh, and we're
-4 power your creature goes to 0 power.
I have to bounce my own. So, also, the Saving Grasp is another card on the long list of 1-mana instants he has to, like, save a guy from removal. Because, this guy doesn't have enough of those yet.
Right. So we had the little misdirection thing. We had the Hunter's Guile.
Ranger's Guile.
Ranger's Guile.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well played.
My guy pumps on creatures he controls.
Yeah, that is the Scourge of Gyre Reach.
Yep. He has a
It only
really
cares about
weird.
how many creatures your opponent controls.
Yep. And my kill spell also could not kill his zombies because Victim of Night has that clause. You see the clause. Also, we get to immediately go, which I'm really happy with. I was, I
Yeah,
was
that's pretty good. Well, I mean, he was pretty behind on time.
right, but I mean all the others are done too. So I would like to go first. Yes. This looks like a curve with Olivia Voltaire.
Again, all Innistrad cards keep.
Keep. Yeah.
That's our break point here. It's like, duh, janky old weak cards. Can't keep that.
Hmm. This guy does have a good portrait.
Do we start the Manor Skeleton beats?
Technically more damage if I play the Walking Corpse.
That's fair.
Technically.
Powering up your zombie tribal, apparently. Hmm.
I'm actually going to unhinge him. Mostly because I want the card. Give me my visible graves.
You like manually adjusted visible graves.
I took the time to manually adjust those, and my opponent is also 3 colors perfect mana.
Oh, jeez. That's a pretty legit dude.
Alright, well, I got a little more legit dude for you.
Hello.
My name is the most busted creature. Seriously, this is like Khan's level.
I know, he's rolling out the Abzan colors.
Mm-hmm.
He's unfurling that banner.
I hope my opponent decides to not do anything here, because I have a secret for him if he tries that.
Crushed. Olivia's kind of an unfair card, by the way.
Yep. My opponent might have something like okay, nope. I was gonna say like a kill shot sort of effect, but he was apparently hoping that this would flip, and that is a plan. It's just Olivia's.
I mean, Rebuke exists, Smite the Monstrous exists.
Right.
Midnight Guard. How long before we start taking creatures?
I'm never going to take a creature my opponent controls. Because my opponent is taking 8 here.
I see.
This is the power of Olivia right here. Next turn I kill any blocker that's possibly in the way or play Executioner's Hood and this game ends. Well, can't attack. I got news
Whoa.
for you. I got news for you. Also, this is... Ooh, I want to show off Carrion Rat. So Carrion Rat here is kind of nifty.
Whoa. That's a 1 mana 2/1. That's got to be good.
Yeah. Carrion Rat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I just wanted to show that.
They
Anyway,
could get
we're
distracted.
we're gonna finish this game now. Goodbye.
Blammo!
Olivia Voltaire, everybody.
So just draw like Olivia and lands. Let's
Basically
switch up our deck to be just that.
Yeah, okay, cut all these useless cards. What is all this junk?
What a bunch of junk.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Kind of makes me want the Overmaster literally because it's one easier card to get to Olivia. Anyway, we're gonna run it back.
So let's just do that again.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with just that again.
I really want Rakish Air to come into his own too.
That was what Olivia Voldaren did in both like limited and constructed. In limited, it was Drana. It was Drana by another name, and in constructed, it was actually more real than Drana because of the stealing ability was more relevant. You know, creatures were larger, so you couldn't just ping them down. But once you got to 7, you could steal Thrag Tusks or Restoration Angels or what have you, and also control like a 6/6 flyer. Fling's legit, like in Fling. His hand's like acceptable.
That's.
It's bad.
I mean, we're keeping it, but
Yeah.
this is on the fringes
Yeah.
because of not so many Innistrad cards.
F.
Silver Inlaid Dagger.
Trusty Machete by another name.
Good. All right, no, this is it. Rakish Air is going to get there.
All right.
Feel it.
A
Opponent is
Rakish.
just not going to have any creatures. He's going to put a hood over his head so that he cannot bite people. Honestly, the Executioner's hood kind of looks like the sack.
It is.
Like, straight up the sack.
Except for it has Avacyn's.
Right. If you just spray paint Avacyn's stupid logo on it.
Anyway, so this is actually going to make Rakish Air like a completely legitimate threat because it'll give it unblockable.
Elder Cather.
Ah,
Jeez.
the Elder Cathar.
Might just freaking racist. Ugh.
Yeah, with that silver inlet.
I mean, every creature is going to be a threat with the silver inlaid dagger attached.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if I want to get the Rakish Air down now or wait it. I think I want this down now. I can Brimstone Volley this after. I can't attack.
What's the actual text of silver inlaid dagger here?
+2/+0 or 3 if it's a human.
Oh, good God. Trustier machete.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's Trusty Machete by another name. He doesn't... Great, he thinks he is not actually outracing us. That's good. Because he's not. Wait, somebody can see my mouse? Awesome.
I've always been able to see the mouse, but
Somebody in the zoo finally said they could. Anyway, I'm going to take 6 for this attack. But I want to get this train started, because this can tap the blocker. Of note, also, when this Elder Cathar dies, it's going to put a +1/+1 counter on Niblis, and then the dagger is going to move over there. And this is going to be a hell of it.
oh dear.
F.
We're not winning any races anymore.
No, we can't win races where our opponent's just gaining 6 on the race.
It's fine. Look, we can
Vault
we can
Maw.
eventually make our way out of it with Into the Maw of Hell, but jeez. It's fine. It's fine. Make it out of it.
Cool, double removal spell. Guess what?
What if you actually don't have any creatures?
I will outrace you.
Oh man. he'll just activate the vault again, right?
That's what I'm hoping.
Like that's his turn.
I am tempting my opponent. He could also leave the vault back as like a death touch active, but
Hmm.
he's considering attacking or not. Like, all right, so I'm gonna victim ignite that. Yeah.
Best part is this puts cards in your grave for zombie assassin.
Right. And that's kind of what I would like.
Like the extra little tidbit of reach.
I'm getting his creatures off the board. That's the game here.
Wait, he just went to end step?
Yep.
Okay.
The worst creature in the universe has made its appearance. Okay, so he's gonna exile this and draw a card.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate that I just like, it's like, what do you do? But
Oh, play another creature.
right, I mean, I can directly call exactly what it is, but it doesn't stop it. Like I can, I'm not that powerful of a wizard where if I name the magic, it stops. So that'd be nice. I would like
Ricochet is off having second thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
What if my creatures were completely terrible?
Do I even attack with a zombie assassin?
As opposed to leaving it up for random creature N?
Yeah.
Is there anything that we have to kill that quickly? I think we need damage.
I think we need damage. I think my opponent's off green, and that's the real way I'm winning right now. Is my opponent has 4 cards he can't cast.
Not leaving up the second victim of night?
No. Leaving him. What has he got now? Cage mail +2/+2 can't attack.
That's frankly just fine. He still has a use.
Mm-hmm.
Also, thanks to last known information, that'll make Fling better. Toxic stench.
I want you to know that this is the worst terror I've ever seen. He actually couldn't cast it because he didn't have a target up until I played Dwarven Grunt.
Man.
Okay.
Huh.
All right then.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Found a use.
It's pretty good.
I think I found a way to win this game, guys. I got it.
Ugh. Freaking gross. I'm glad that we played with that card.
So here's something cool.
Just gonna pump your guy. That's cute. Oh man. And then I like every land is active. It's
Prevent all damage a source of your choice would deal this turn.
He's going to pay no
He
heed.
will pay no heed.
Wait, how does that interact with the fire ability?
It means
Like, does the creature actually have to take damage in order to get the pump?
yes. Oh no, it doesn't actually.
No. Okay, so you
Yeah.
just want a bunch of counters. I guess you could do that anyway because you only have like 3 activations, but still.
Right, and it doesn't kill this, and that's really what. Or I can just kill my opponent's creatures when he plays them.
Right.
Faceless frickin' butcher. Don't kill that in response. So okay, so faceless butcher. I'm gonna make this big. I could kill this in response with Olivia Voldaren, but that would like memory erase, throw her in the hole. So we're not doing that. We're going to put him in the maw of hell.
Yep. Sounds good to me. She's hiding. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah,
Equipping. Okay. Cool. Now do not have a protection spell for 1 white mana. So that would be very scary.
This is non-black creature.
Choose target land.
Oh, can't. No, I want to. Yeah, target land, vault. Target that.
There we go. I'm just gonna blow up my mountain here. I'm trying to do the rest.
And then we get it back. Also, Putrid Imp slowly works its way towards threshold. How much damage has Putrid Imp dealt this game? 4?
I'm gonna have to reevaluate my opinion of 1 mana 1/1s. Oop, there's green.
Yep, what do we got?
Green sighted.
Alright, the beatings continue. Probably unnecessary, but I wanted enough to... Yeah, okay. Unnecessary. So yeah, Olivia Voldaren.
Okay. Now, honestly, that game looks basically the same if Olivia is any creature.
Right, Olivia...
The difference is, like, on this turn, our opponent would be able to play any given creature and be, like, okay with it, but...
Sort of, because we still have the zombie assassin.
Yeah.
So he needs to play a black creature there for it to, be relevant. But yeah, Olivia Voldaren. Return to data. So yeah, that was... Wow, Spooky Sealed. Yeah!
The vampire will get you. That's spooky.
That's true. Victim of Night. What if Olivia was a 4-mana flying 3/3, like no text? I mean, even without text, Olivia would still be.
My God,
powerful.
that would be so good in this format. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I play Hill Giant in a lot of formats. I will play Hill Giant with flying in a lot of formats.
High Spire, Mantis, minus Trample.
Cool.
You got it.
Yeah, cool. It's probably not a rare, I suppose, but
Yeah.
But yeah, Olivia is.
Like we were on the borderline of playing like 5 mana 3/3s with no text.
True. We are 2-0 right now, and there's 1 round remaining.
Yeah, just one more match, and it's all the phantom points for you.
I guess let me check.
What is the actual prize for this? Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna pull up here. 2 match wins is the 16 phantom points and Tanos' coffin. Everybody who plays gets Tanos' coffin.
It's a coffin. That's also spooky.
Yeah, if you try to read the text, it's basically a giant wall of text. It's spooky. Like, seriously, Tanos' coffin is a Tanos coffin. Let's pull up this, because, like, go ahead and...
Oh man, wasn't there a period in Magic where this had like a phasing ability?
I think Oubliette was the card that got
Oubliette,
that retroactively. This one does something very similar to phasing and might have as well, but I'm not aware that it did. You definitely could be right though.
There were a bunch of them that just sort of like they backdoor added phasing to them because that's effectively how they worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, wait, that's completely
Uh,
stupid, and we shouldn't do that.
I didn't even notice my opponent. I'm sorry, opponent. I didn't notice you before you left. Yeah, phasing. I want to say it was those two cards, if any.
Right. But then, like, they later went back and were like, wait, we don't want these to interact with time and tide. Maybe this is dumb.
Maybe phasing is dumb. Maybe phasing
Maybe
is
it's best if
dumb.
we pretend the mechanic does not exist. And that's basically how they've treated it in the rules ever since.
True. I mean, the other plus side of this is that right now I'll get the 16 Phantom tickets back, and I will, on a win, get 8 more additional, which I have 8. So
Okay.
that would put me on exactly 2 Phantom drafts for like future cubes in future times.
We're fighting for future cube.
Also, we've got enough cons sitting around for a while too. So
Hmm.
just looking at these avatars, Stone Healer Giant. But yeah, Spooky Sealed. For those who were not here for the sealed portion, this right. Where is it? Oh god. This looks like it. This is our deck right now. Olivia Voldaren and some other cards that don't matter. Of note, the last game that's going on is 0-0. Hmm.
Hmm. Maybe it is time for snacks. I will be right back.
Sounds good. How is the zoo doing today? I hope everybody's doing all right. I'm not gonna. I'm not going to sell them right now. They're doing like nothing in there. The Modern Masters packs. They're like basically useless. Hmm. No, this sealed deck is really strong, and yet hasn't dropped a game. So that's good. Uh, this deck is too spooky. Definitely too spooky. Like our opponent's deck right there was like 1 spooky, but hmm. I mean, the sleeping part's good. The not sleeping for 30 hours is terrible. Wave of Vitriol. Vial of Poison! That's actually it. That's actually what you're after. Our deck is maddening because some of the cards baseline don't work. Like that 3-1 Barbarian. Ah. Still sitting here thinking about Super Metroid. And Murder King would be good in this deck. I'm really happy that Cons is so fun to draft. Gnome, that Putrid Imp is a 1-mana 1-1 with basically no text. It did something relevant in round 1, where it literally discarded a card for no purpose, for no value to itself, just to make Skeletal Scrying slightly stronger. because Skeletal Scrying needed to remove a really crappy creature. The 3/1 Barbarian that I can't remember the name of. Make you discard a card at random when it comes into play. Thinking about Super Metroid Bingo. I don't think that'd be very... I don't know how interesting that'd be. Like, Super Metroid's fairly gated. Yeah, maybe not. I mean, I guess you kind of have to be the routing. That would be the challenge. Now, that would be interesting to see between people of very high skill. Anyway. Yeah. Literally discard a card. Necrodancer bingo? Yeah. Yeah, earlier Kaz was doing a Super Metroid randomizer stream, and that got me thinking about Super Metroid bingo. And then got me thinking about Dark Souls bingo, which is also definitely a thing. And I remember you showing me that a while ago. Yeah, no, Kaz was streaming that earlier while you were asleep. Except for it was.
I was. I'm back.
Yeah, except for the morph ball was randomly moved. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So no freebies.
But yeah, sitting here I was thinking about Super Metroid Bingo and how that would work. And I don't think that would be as interesting as like Ocarina of Time Bingo is.
I think the bingo race
Yeah.
would be like the only way to make that, or like, oh man, I know, we could make a betting pool.
Ooh.
And then I don't have to find a bunch of other people to also do this with me necessarily. But rather we just sort of establish bets in the zoo before I begin.
It's kind of like I remember the last time you did a Super Metroid run, there were bets on what percent you would end on.
Oh, right. With that one, it would have to be like a secret ballot or something, though, and that's
Price is Right rules, secret ballot.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was thinking about Dark Souls bingo, which definitely exists. Like racing to specific items or like specific stats or specific bosses killed and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I want to watch me get creamed at something. Man, like picking up Super Metroid for the first time in over a year. Yeah, that was pretty rough. Like it goes to show just how much of my like goodness at this game is knowledge and not actual like skill at doing the actions of the game, which is to say most.
Well, and I mean that is a type of skill to be able to recall. Okay, well, also it's not as though, for instance, you walked into the room that was the wall jump room and just immediately jumped up the wall 17 times to get out of it.
Right. I mean, I guess it's yeah. You have to.
Something.
I want to do it more just because it does make use of some of the knowledge that I have in terms of like, oh, there's any upgrade in here. Let me go and find this any upgrade.
Right.
See how that
wait, these guys at the top of the wrecked ship. Okay, I can maybe get something good here.
Right, and it was definitely worthwhile to explore where I did, because I'm like, well, most of the time you ignore this space in the wrecked ship, but this time, it's the speed booster! And then suddenly a lot of other possibilities open up. I finally found bombs, so that was basically great.
They could have been anywhere.
I can breathe again! Bombs! Like, not only do you get a lot of like minor exploring options that I had basically, but not completely unlocked thanks to the power bombs that I had found, but
Hmm.
also the various bomb jumps available that I'm actually pretty decent at. So
Mm.
that's a skill I more or less have.
Yeah, bomb jumping is an important skill.
Like if you're gonna approach the hack, you had better know like the movement tricks and the kind
Shrine
of edge
Spark.
cases. I need to get good at that, and I need to actually be able to mock ball and learn the Kraid quick kill. Those are my blind spots in
You're
terms of
you're
actual
aware they
skill.
exist,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, I think every time I've attempted to mock ball, I feel like my hand needs at least two more fingers for what action I'm trying to take, and I don't know if I'm doing it correct.
That's the hardest part. Is that it's one of those things where if you know what you're aiming for, then you kind of know if you missed it or not. Then you know what like little signals to look for. But if you don't have this like feel for it, then
Right.
it's like, did that? How close was I? What's under the illusionary mask?
Yeah. What was
Well,
I earlier? I can't tell you that.
yeah,
Okay.
yep. Because I mean, the game is by no means giving up those secrets.
Which kind of mock is it? Is it mock ball as in like mocking, or mock ball as in like Mach 3, or
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be mocking because the original thing was the speed ball, where you can actually be in like speed booster speed in morph ball form, and the
okay?
mock ball was the same trick just without the speed booster on.
So it's a mock
So it's a
speed
mock
booster.
of that. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure
Interesting.
that was the original intent of the term, but I do not know for sure. I've finally gotten an idea in playing around with my Legos.
Oh,
Going to build a thing. Oh no. God, I still need to see the Lego movie too.
I have not yet seen that. I just hear that it was
Like
much
my
better than it
brothers
should have
saw it.
been.
Yeah, like it's another one of those things that strikes me like Skylanders is like, oh man, this has to be the most awful thing that's just for kids and it's exploitative and everything. But then it turns out to be actually really good. Like, wait, have I been wrong this whole time? What is real?
Yeah, like, would you even have given it a second thought without knowing that? It's like maybe, but
Well, for like what my family is, I definitely would have eventually been exposed to the Lego movie.
uh
Like
huh.
if you go to my parents' basement, there's all of the Lego lead-ins from all of my brothers and all of our birthdays and for, like a while, and it's just millions of bricks. Like actual millions. We did an estimate.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay. So that's just a feature. That's part of the basement. Go to the basement. There's the millions of Lego bricks and a pile of skeletons down there.
Yeah, the walls are made of Lego bricks, and they contain the skeletons, which are made of Legos. Hmm.
Lego skeletons are hella good too.
Lego skeletons are quite good. I,
They
I
freaking
s-
rule.
yeah, Skylanders was like Spyro. Like the first Skylanders game was
Mhm.
like billed as like a Spyro game, or like
That's right.
Skylanders with Spyro.
It was Spyro's Skylanders, and Spyro was and remains one of the playable characters. He's
But
also kind of poor, and after the second one that came out 1 year later, they've kept to a fairly regular release schedule for their thing, so we can expect one Skylanders game a year for the foreseeable future. Which, honestly, if that served to replace like Call of Duty or Madden, I would be perfectly fine with. It won't, and it doesn't, but
it supplements rather
different
than
things.
replaces.
Right. It's like no one's gonna like leave Call of Duty to play this, but they really should because it's a much better game.
Hmm.
So yeah, the second one was called Giants and it introduced the gimmick of hugeness. There were some mini figures who were just larger, and they were called giants. And there were some elements in the world that you could interact with giants. You could always proceed through the level without them.
They were.
There were either like puzzle solution alternatives to having a giant, or it was like an unnecessary to completing the game kind of reward hidden behind the giant area. And it was. I know some things about Skylanders too, and I'm going to be playing that sooner or later.
Knowledge.
Someone asked me about Nier in the Ask.fm, and I had. Okay, so normally when I go after my Ask.fm questions, I have like 4 or 5, and I can bother to spend a lot of time on them and craft these lengthy answers. I like crafting elaborate answers in the Ask.fm. It tends to be more complete in terms of the answers that I give, and also more humorous because I like the long form joke telling kind of stuff.
Like the magic thing you did today. That was a long form joke telling thing.
Okay, so if you read an article from the Mothership today, which was about like, how did they trap away the Eldrazi? Here's a commander lady. She was one of the people who worked with Soren and Ugin. Isn't Ugin cool? Haven't you seen his cards? And it's like, oh my god. The story itself, like on a high concept level, is merely adequate, and then all of the dialogue is complete garbage. Like, oh my god, I have to fetch this up now. Let me give you a sampler. Let me give you like I am going to risk having daily MTG in my browser history.
I'm just happy that it was like, okay, well, who was this lithomancer? A Stoneforge Mystic. Literally Stoneforge Mystic, like ascended to a Planeswalker because and you know, you look at Stoneforge Mystic and you look at the Planeswalker and it's like, yeah, they're basically they're basically not right. Same exact like clothing and uniform and hair.
I think it's time we left them to their own efforts. No, we're here to save them. You're here to save them. I'm here to stop these creatures on this world before they spread to others, to mine, or to yours. I can't stand to watch them suffer. Then turn away.
I am exposition bot. Oh man.
I was laughing through the whole thing while I was reading it, and then like apropos of nothing, Ugin flies down, and
we
Ugin's
landed
like,
on Zendikar, and then Ugin showed up and was
oh,
like, hey,
also,
what's going
yeah,
on?
this is the other hilarious part. Also, like every planeswalker is apparently the protector of a world. It's like, I am the protector of this world. I need to speak to the protector of this world, a planeswalker. I'm like, what are you the protector of? Khans of Tarkir? Like what? So that was pretty good grist for some joke making activities.
Yeah,
I was pleased to be able to craft all that. This is the night crowd. This was early morning effort, so I'm gonna find the post.
It's all lead up to an on the rocks joke.
It's the best thing. I rather liked the character of Nahiri. Nahiri?
Yeah.
Nahiri. Okay.
Nahiri.
She is a core.
Yeah.
Okay, where is... This is the embarrassing part. I don't actually have your zoo open.
No, you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it through your Skype window, so I'm never there.
Right. But yeah, Goblin Planeswalker, that's like an artifactman.
Oh, so, okay, we have Nahiri, who is the worst... okay, Magic Beginning. I'll talk about how Nahiri is things later.
I kept this hand and then realized it was 2 swamps instead of Swamp Mountain, like I thought. We'll be fine.
It's fine. Your next draws are Mountain, and then Ricochet.
Can do.
In that order.
All right. And then suddenly Ugin shows up.
Hello, I want to ask you a question. No, go away. We're trying to make out. That's fine too, but really this is pressing.
So I drew a better card? Because I need to kill this Immerwolf?
Huh. Do we? We maybe need to. I mean, it does have its own intimidate, but it's also red.
What is this idiot here? I love this card, holy crap. Like this guy, what's this guy in the front doing? Is he trying to murder him with the drill? I'm gonna get you. So yeah, I'm just gonna get run over by the driller here. He has like a little sled.
Mr. Driller.
This game is great. I already love everything about this game. Crippling fatigue. Get out of here. Yeah, I mean, the driller's gonna shock me a bunch. And that's fine. So I kind of want Mountain 2. Pitchburn Devils.
Yo, that's a legit card.
Absolutely. Okay, I can afford the 2 life to go ahead and kill off the driller. And then I'm gonna make a stupid equip. So this Dwarven Grunt here has Intimidate Mountain Walk. Really what I want to draw is a mountain for the Scourge.
Abyss Hunted, this is round 3, game 1.
Oh, I actually can kill the devil with that. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's jank. It is the devil's.
Get dead.
I mean, you're also losing a creature for that, but
I 2-for-1'd earlier with my removal spell. I'll accept the 2-for-1 back.
Yeah, it's not like this format has destroy target attacking.
No, nothing like that.
You might actually go for your head, depending on what other cards he has.
Now, basically, Victim of Night in this format, if I see a black bordered card, I've written off it being able to kill anything that isn't like a green or white card. Because that's kind of how I parse it. The red stuff is the vampires, the black stuff's the zombies, and the green stuff's the werewolves. You have a bit of bleed in the blue, but usually blue and white you can kill things.
I think there were actually more blue zombies than black ones.
Right. Oh, The vampires also bled in was in black as
well.
Yeah.
And black red. I mean, that's part of why.
Right.
Like vampires were allowed to be small.
Yeah.
And so zombies just kind of got kicked out, and we had Walking Corpse, and then like Geralf's Messenger.
My
in
pho-
the backup set.
yeah, my opponent's thinking on this one pretty heavily.
Oh man, he is thinking about going to your head.
Yeah, I mean that puts me
Do
on
it.
6.
Do it. Be gruel.
Come on, do it. Do it. I'm gonna get here with this stupid dwarven grunt that's